Hello, my dear students and my dear parents. Hope you all are fine and are safe at home. Welcome back to a new video of EVS 1. So, my dear students, today we would start with a new chapter, the interrelationships between living things. In this chapter, we would try to find out how there is interdependence, or we can call it as interconnection between the living things. But whenever we think about the living things, what comes to our mind? Yes, the living things are which are alive, which can grow, which can move, which can reproduce. Okay, so let's start this chapter with one riddle. Here one riddle is given. I would like to read it for you. An age-old tree with a thick strong trunk gives deep dark shade from the scorching sun. Like an old man's beard with many strands, it has ropes for swinging from every branch. Which is this tree? My dear students, if you have understood the riddle, I would like to give you some meanings. What do you mean by scorching? Scorching means red hot. That means which is extremely hot. So after reading this riddle and after looking at the picture, can you all find out which tree it is? Yes, my dear students, you have guessed it correct. It is a banyan tree. And how this banyan tree is useful to us? It provides us shade when we are tired of walking in the hot sun and need some rest. Another use of banyan tree is what you all know. The roots are used to strengthen your teeth and gums by brushing with them. Even the trunk of this banyan tree is used to make door panels. Now, my dear students, understood how this banyan tree is useful to us? Let's continue. The topic is, can you tell? My dear students, here pictures of some plants are shown. Can you all see? Okay. Now we will find out how their leaves are useful to us. So let's begin. Our first plant is beetle vine plant. This plant is very useful to us. Their leaves are used as the mouth freshener after having our meals. Coming to the next plant, fenugreek methi. Your mummy must be preparing sabji. Yes or no? It is very tasty. I too like to eat it. It is a very important part of our diet. My dear students, with the help of this methi, fenugreek, many other various dishes are also prepared like thepla, muthia, etc. Coming to third plant, vasaka, that is adulsa. It is a medicinal plant, specially used to cure cough and cold. Fourth one is curry leaf plant. You all know the meaning of curry leaf plant? Yes, it is kadi patta. It is used as a tempering ingredient. What do you mean by tempering ingredient? That means while giving tadka, your mummy must be giving tadka to dal, sabji, yes or no? It helps us to add flavor to our food. Last, flame of the forest, palash tree. Now what is the use of this palash tree? Yes, it is used to prepare leaf plates. So my dear students, understood everyone how the plants and their leaves are useful to us? Let's begin with the new topic. The needs of living things are met in their environment. Now my dear students, what do you mean by needs? Needs means something which is very essential. Essential means important for us to be alive. What are our basic needs? food, water, air, clothes and shelter. These are our basic needs without which we cannot survive. But from where do we meet our needs? That means who help us to fulfill our needs? Yes, you all are correct. We get it from our surroundings. If we see plants, what do they need? Food, water, air. All the living things need food, water and air to survive. That means to be alive. But there is some difference in each kind of living thing. Here the example of mouse is given. Now I'll explain. What happens? The water that mouse drinks in an entire day. What do you mean by entire day? In a whole day. Is not enough for an elephant even at a one time. So here we come to know that some living things requirement is more, whereas some living things have their requirement less. Think about it. Let us take the example of human beings. Some of them eat chicken, egg, meat, fish along with the vegetables. But some of them eat only vegetables and other cereals and pulses. In the same way, let us take a look at some insects and animals. Do you know, my dear children, what do butterfly eat? Yes, it sucks nectar from the flowers. But can a frog do the same? Will it suck nectar from flowers? No. So what do frog eat? They will eat spiders, grasshoppers, etc. What do sheep eat? They will eat the leaves of shrubs, that is the small plants. But can a tiger eat the leaves of shrubs? No. So what do the tiger eat? It will eat deer, bison, etc. Now, fish can breathe in water. But if we keep pigeon in the water, will it do the same? No. Bulrushes. It grows near the water. But can lemon tree grow near the water? No. So with these examples, we understand that the need for every living thing is not same. Am I right? Coming to next, can you tell? If fish leave the water, will they be able to live on land? I am asking you the question, if we take out the fish from the water, will they survive on land? No. What will happen? The fish will die. You all remember that poem? मछली जल की रानी है, जीवन उसका पानी है. हाथ लगाओ तो डर जाएगी, बाहर निकालो तो मर जाएगी. Yes or no? So, for a fish to survive, water is very essential. Let's continue. We have already seen animals, insects, plants with their needs in the previous slide. Now, let us perform one experiment. Here, what we have to do is, we have to take two small boxes and label them as box number 1 and box number 2. After labeling, we would fill them 3/4 with soil. After this, we would make the soil moist so that we can sow the seeds. Because without making the soil moist, we cannot sow the seed. So after this, we would take 2 sprouted moth beans. You all know the meaning of moth beans? I'll explain. Moth beans means matki seeds. What you have to do? You have to sow 2 sprouted moth bean seeds in each box. And after sowing, you will add or you will pour 2 spoons of water to the soil in box number 1 only once every day. What you will do? You will add or you will pour only 2 spoons of water to box number 1 in whole day. That means in one entire day. And in the same way, what you have to do? You will add or you will pour 4 spoons of water to the box number 2 4 times in one day. And you will continue to do this for next 6 days. What you will see? We will find or we will see that in box number 1, the plants are growing very well. But the plants in box number 2 have begun to rot. Rot means decay. Now, think why there is difference in the plants in box number 1 and box number 2? Yes, this is because we have given them more water than its need. In box number 2, we have given or we have added more water than its requirement. And so, the plants have begun to rot. Here, we come to know that plants that are not aquatic cannot grow in marshy areas. Let's proceed. Any type of living thing will be found only where all its needs are fulfilled. Here, the example of tiger is shown. My dear students, every one of us have seen tiger. Yes or no? What do tiger have on its body? Yes, it has strips. And now we will see how these strips are useful to him. These strips help him to hunt its prey. Now what do you mean by prey? Yes, it is food. That means these strips help him to hide in the grass. Because of these strips, the food cannot see him. And what is the food of the tiger? Yes, tiger hunts animals like deer, nilgai, bison and satisfy its hunger. After having its food, it needs water hole. And the water hole should be nearby only, which will have water for the whole year. That means it will not dry up even in the summer season. Normally, every one of us, we have seen that rivers, streams dries up during the summer season. Or it will have very less water. Yes or no? So, the water hole should have water for all 12 months. Now, after having food and water, what do tiger need? Yes, tiger needs rest. But where the tiger will take rest? It will take rest in the caves. If caves are not available, it can take shelter in dense vegetation. That means the tall grasses should be there. And why do it needs dense vegetation and tall grasses? Yes, to protect himself from the enemies. So, is it clear? Now, a tiger will live in an area only where all these things are available. So, my dear students, understood this example? Coming to a new topic, can you tell? My dear students, here some questions are given. And we would try to find out the answers for them. Our first question is, from where do we get silk? We get silk from silkworm's cocoon. Second question, how are trees useful for monkeys? You all have seen monkeys? You all know how the trees are useful to him? Yes, monkeys feed on the fruits of the trees. They live on the trees to save themselves from enemies. Third question. How are trees useful for birds? You all have seen birds. Yes or no? And how the trees are useful for the birds? What do birds build? Yes, birds build nest. So trees are useful for birds for building their nest where they can lay eggs and hatch them. Our fourth question is, what happens if termite make a tree hollow? In the picture you all can see termite. They are present near the roots of the trees. As the termite make a tree hollow, the growth of the tree will be stunted as its vital activities will stop and the tree will die and fall down. Now what do you mean by vital activities? Yes, vital activities means all the important activities what the tree carry out. It will be stopped. And what will happen? The tree will die and one day it will fall down. Understood all the 4 questions and answer? So, my dear students, let's continue our remaining chapter in the next video. Till then, stay home, stay safe, take all the necessary precautions.